Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about camera bags, and I have a confession to make. That's right. My confession is my name is Mallory. I'm a bagaholic. Over the last couple of years, I've accumulated several camera bags, and each of them having some bonuses, some shortcomings, but ultimately none of them have really met my needs as what I would like to call myself as an adventure photographer. Now, each of these bags is great in their own right. I think the Peak Design bag, I think it looks great. It travels pretty well, but in terms of hiking and adventure, it's a no. The smaller Peak Design, this is amazing for everyday carry. If you're just walking around a new city, I absolutely love this bag, but again, it doesn't fit my 15-inch laptop or my iPad. So this is a little bit of a bust as well. Now, last but not least is the behemoth. This is the Peter McKinnon 35-liter nomadic camera bag. And objectively, I have to say, of the three, this is my favorite camera bag by far. Reason being, I have a ton of gear and this absolutely holds it, but there's one problem. It doesn't fit my tiny frame. So I am 5'5" and I weigh about 125 pounds. My waist, give or take, is between 26, 28 inches or so. So when it comes to fitting this bag on my body, I feel like I end up looking like a Ninja Turtle. Let's take a look. First and foremost, I do love the straps on this. They're nice and beefy and padded so that when this already heavy bag, and I'll put the weight on the screen here, but when this bag is loaded down, it is an absolute workout. When I'm carrying this bag, I constantly feel like I'm adjusting the straps to try to get it up and above my bottom here. And furthermore, if I am to use these straps around my waist, which are intended to alleviate some of the pressure from your shoulder, the problem for me is, which also, it broke, not cool, it still works. But the problem for me is, once clipped, I can't get it tight enough to actually fit around my waist. It's huge. It's a big bag. Then one day, research led me to a new brand. A brand called Shimoda. And with this, I absolutely fell in love with their women's specific action camera bag. So what are some of the things that delineate this and make it a women's specific camera bag? Well, first thing you're gonna notice is this beautiful colorway. So this new teal color is specific to Shimoda's women's line. It has to be my favorite color. I have Yetis and all sorts of accoutrement in this color, so the colorway first and foremost. Some other features that delineate this from their traditional lines, Shimoda was very intentional with this women's line and how they designed the straps, because as I mentioned with some of my other bags, it does not fit me. So between hips and bust, camera bags can be extremely uncomfortable for women. Fun fact. But what Shimoda has done is designed these shoulder straps here to not only be slightly thinner, because we're typically a little more narrow than men, but they also have them sweeping away from the breast, which is going to allow for a more comfortable wear, especially when you've got this filled to the brim. Furthermore, I mentioned with the Nomadic pack, I struggled with the hip or the waistband. It just never quite sat right on my hips. So with the Shimoda, they actually decreased the width of this by about 2 inches. And again, it should fall right here along your hips for a much more comfortable wear. Now, something that's not unique to the women's line, but I think is really invaluable and such a nice feature that Shimoda offers, are the adjustable torso height here. So depending on how your proportions, right? Some folks have much longer torsos, others have longer legs. Irregardless of your shape, you have the option of adjusting the shoulder strap height between high, medium, and low. Again, so much attention to detail to absolutely having this bag contour perfectly to your body. Absolutely love this feature on the Shimoda bag. So the folks at Shimoda were kind enough to send me this bag to check out, and I plan on fully putting it through the paces. Again, I just pulled this out of the box and I'm still getting comfortable and acclimated with all of the nooks and crannies and the features, but big plans on the immediate horizon that I cannot wait to use this bag. First, heading out to Big Bend National Park. If you're new to my channel, just know this is a second home for us. We frequent the area and it is extreme. We do some insane hikes out there where I'm gonna need a bladder, I'm gonna need a full camera kit. Oh, and by the way, I'm gonna need to have this upper cavity with food, extra layers, etc. So this bag is absolutely going to be perfect, especially when I think about how I've been hiking in the past. Now, I have a whole video dedicated to my hiking photography, which I've gotten to a great point, but have constantly been looking to elevate this bag to be able to include more kit and ultimately just be a little more comfortable carrying all my camera gear. Currently, I'm using this Osprey Talon 22 liter. So going from a 22, this is the Action V2. But what I'm excited about is obviously being able to take, this capture clip, which allows me to have my camera on my shoulder harness here, bringing that over to this unit. But the biggest thing for me is the hydration. So staying hydrated is essential in the desert out in Big Bend. So this pack has literally saved my life more times than I can count. Still love this, but when it comes to a camera carry kit for hiking, ready to use this one. Can you fit one of these in this bag? The answer is yes. I'm gonna walk you through it right now. First, you wanna open this front zipper portion right here. This is traditionally where you would put your laptop or tablet. Notice in the corner here, there is a small hole. Now, on the back side of the camera in the main compartment, we're gonna open this up. We'll now take our full, in normal use cases, bladder and feed this into the laptop sleeve. From here, take your hose and feed it through that hole I pointed out before. Now coming from the back side, at the top above your camera cube compartment, you'll feel the hose coming through on this back side. Now you can simply pull the hose through. At this point, you'll notice there is a Velcro section right here. So we're gonna open this up and feed the hose through there. At this point, we can take our hose and securely fasten it through our shoulder strap. One ring here, and then feed it through this next one here. Zip up your front compartment and your rear. And just like that, you're locked and loaded and ready to stay hydrated on the trail. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about Shimoda, all the bags that they carry, be sure to check the link in the description below. I've got an affiliate link that will get you a percentage off. If you haven't already, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. A like is also awesome as well. I'm wishing you best of luck in selecting a camera bag that meets your needs, along with happy shooting. But in the meantime, we'll catch you on the next one. So in this case, you gotta be shitting me. Park with some of my best photography friends from the Olympics are going on right now, so it feels like I have to finish this video with one more.